All right. Let's go ahead and call the Senate to order. Sergeant at Arms will please secure the chamber doors. Members, please take your seats. And we would like to invite the one, the only senator from the 26th Legislative District who will be providing our invocation for the day. So please rise for the invocation.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here. Well, that's not really right. I knew they would call me to do the invocation because all the other pastors are on vacation. And then he had the nerve to ring the bells early. Anyway, I thank God for you. I thank God for this day. And I thank God to see that my Senate family all is well. That makes all the difference in the world. Spirit of the living God, be in our hearts, be in our minds. Help us as we know that our priority is putting the will of the people first. So bless us in our thinking, our deliberations. Give the spirit of temperance as we all remain here to be and to do the best that we can. Your word reminds us, in all things, give thanks, for this is the will of God. So we thank you and we work. We argue, we smile, and we laugh, and walk out of here knowing that we've done the best that we can. I thank you for that. Amen. Amen. Y'all have a good day.
Well said, well said. Recognize the senator from Baltimore. Nope. Senator from Montgomery County.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Have a very special guest on the floor today.
Oh, can we hold on guests for just a moment?
We can.
Recognize the Vice Chair of AAA.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to journalize that heartfelt prayer from someone who is so thrilled to be here.
Without objection, we will journalize the wonderful invocation this morning. We're going to do introductions after we do the rules. So let's give it just a moment. We've got to start ourselves up as we are here for the special session today. So we have to make sure that we have our rules in place and everything is moving forward appropriately. Let's start by calling the roll by name. The clerk will call the roll by district.
District 1, Mike McKay. District 2, Paul D. Quarterman. District 3, Karen Lewis Young. District 4, William Folden. District 5, Justin Reedy. District 6, Johnny Ray Salim. District 7, J.B. Jennings. District 8, Carl Jackson. District 9, Katie Fry Hester. District 10, Ben Brooks. District 11, Shelley Hedelman. District 12, Clarence K. Lamb. District 13, Guy Gazzone. District 14, Craig J. Zucker. District 15, Brian J. Feldman. District 16, Sarah Love. District 17, Cheryl C. Kagan. District 18, Jeff Waldstreicher. District 19, Benjamin F. Kramer. District 20, William C. Smith, Jr. District 21, Jim Rosapep. District 22, Alonzo T. Washington. District 23, Ron Watson. District 24, Joanne C. Benson. District 25, Nick Charles. District 26, C. Anthony Muse. District 27, Kevin Harris. District 28, Arthur Ellis. District 29, Jack Bailey. District 30, Shanika Henson. District 31, Brian W. Simonaire. District 32, Pamela Beidel. District 33, Dawn D. Guile. District 34, Mary Delaney James. District 35, Jason C. Gallion. District 36, Stephen S. Hershey Jr. District 37, Johnny Mouts. District 38, Mary Beth Carosa. District 39, Nancy J. King. District 40, Antonio Hayes. District 41, Dahlia Attar. District 42, Chris West. District 43, Mary Washington. District 44, Charles E. Sidnor III. District 45, Corey McCrae. District 46, William C. Ferguson IV. District 47, Malcolm Augustine.
With 42 senators having answered their names and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland is now in session for the 2026 special session, and we are ready to transact business. We will proceed with the first order of business, which is a message from the executive. The clerk will read the message.
Proclamation convening the General Assembly of Maryland in extraordinary session at Annapolis, Maryland, commencing August 3rd, 2026. Whereas the Moore-Miller administration is committed to preserving Marylanders' voting rights and fair representation, which form the foundation of our democracy, as these bedrock principles come under attack across the country. Whereas we are seeking coordinated efforts to weaken voting rights, dilute Black representation, and bend the rules of democracy for partisan gain through the dismantling of the Voting Rights Act. Whereas until this country adopts national redistricting reform, Maryland will fight to ensure that our state has the tools necessary to protect voters and defend fair representation. And
Majority Leader moves, so be considered the reading of the executive order. Having been read, is ordered journalized. The next order of business is the order of organization. The clerk will read the orders.
by the Majority Leader, ordered by the Senate of Maryland that the orders, appointments, and rules in effect during the 2026 regular session continue to serve for the special legislative session of 2026 by order Nicole Alexander, Secretary of the Senate.
Without objection, the orders are adopted. We now have the announcement by the President. Clerk will read the announcement.
The President makes the following leadership announcement. All leadership positions held during the 2026 regular session continue to serve for the special legislative session of 2026.
The announcement is read and adopted. We now have another announcement. Clerk will read the announcement.
All committee assignments made during the 2026 regular session continue to serve for the special legislative session of 2026.
The message having been read is ordered adopted. We now have a message to the Senate. Clerk will read the message.
By the Majority Leader, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, the House of Delegates has organized pursuant to Article 2, Section 16 of the Constitution of Maryland. We respectfully propose, with your concurrence, the appointment of a joint committee of 4 members, 2 in the part of the House, 2 in the part of the Senate, to wait upon the governor and inform him that the General Assembly is now organized and prepared to receive any communications. We've appointed, on the part of the House, Delegates Moon and Delegate Buckle.
Message having been read is ordered journalized. We now have a message to the House of Delegates. Clerk will read the message.
By the Majority Leader, ladies and gentlemen of the House of Delegates, the Senate has organized pursuant to Article 2, Section 16 of the Constitution of Maryland. We have received your message notifying the Senate of the organization of your honorable body and requesting the appointment of a joint committee to wait upon the governor to inform him that the General Assembly is now prepared to receive any communications which he may desire to make. On the part of the House, Delegates Moon and Delegate Buckle have been appointed. We have appointed, on the part of the Senate, Senators King and Senator Hershey. By order, Nicole Alexander, Secretary of the Senate.
Message having been read is adopted. We now have a message to the executive. Clerk will read the message.
By the Majority Leader, His Excellency the Governor of Maryland, Wes Moore, the Senate of Maryland is organized and prepared to receive any communication you desire to make. The President of the Senate is the Honorable William C. Ferguson IV. It is the intention of the Senate that adjourning on August 4th, 2026, the Senate will adjourn sine die. By order, Nicole Alexander, Secretary of the Senate.
Message having been read is adopted. All right, before we get into the introduction of bills, let's go ahead and see if we have any introductions. Recognize the Chair of Judicial Proceedings.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We have a very special guest here today. We have John Lancaster here. He's 3 years old. He's a student at Westminster Montessori. He's the son of our committee counsel, Jamie Lancaster. And so if you could all give him a warm round of applause. Welcome, John, to the floor.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Welcome. A senator from the 29th.
Thank you, Mr. President. So today I have a special guest. If you'd stand up for just a second there, Helen. Many of you know my daughter, Helen. And when we left here and we went to Clemson. And she graduated from Clemson, so we were very happy to see her there. And then she came home, and she and her brother have run a crabbing business all summer. So she leaves home at like 2:30 in the morning. But she's getting ready to leave, and we had a special session. So she normally gets to come up for a day, but she's off to Cambridge to further her graduate degree and at Cambridge this fall. So I wanted to bring her in. Well, Cambridge and a furtherance of her degree would be in England, Senator. But anyway, so
Across the pond.
across the pond.
Very good.
Yep, she's going across the pond. So she was, as many of you know, with her pursuit of being a Udall Scholar and a finalist in the Truman, Cambridge reached out, and she's going there for a graduate degree. So
Very nice. Welcome. Well, welcome and congratulations. That's remarkable. That is excellent. Congrats. That's exciting. Very good. Senator from the 22nd.
Thank you, Mr. President. And it's an honor to be here today to recognize one of my favorite constituents, because I have three favorite of them. But this is Alonzo T. Washington Jr., and I'll ask the body to help me recognize him on his first day at work here in the General Assembly. And I point of personal privilege, Mr. President.
Please.
Just last year, when he was about 1 month old, at about 11 p.m. at night, we called an ambulance to come to our home because we had a medical emergency. That ambulance and EMS vehicle showed up to our home without any medical supplies for a person his size. And this past year, we proposed a bill to require all EMS vehicles in the state of Maryland to have neonatal care in honor of our situation and what happened, so that any parent in Maryland can feel comfortable knowing that if they call EMS, they're going to show up with the equipment necessary. So thank you, Mr. President.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Thank goodness it worked. He's running around like he's like 18 months old, but it's way ahead of schedule. It's rocking and rolling. That's great. Senator from the 25th, introduction.
Thank you, Mr. President. And for me today, I also have my children, my namesake, Nick Charles III, and my daughter, Bryn Charles. I'd like you guys to welcome them to Annapolis.
Welcome,
Again.
welcome. Senator from Montgomery County.
Sorry, we have another member of the JPR family here. He was outshone by the John Lancaster, but we have Josh Prada here, also committee counsel. I want to make sure we welcome Josh.
Welcome, Josh. Welcome. Thank you. Excellent. All right. Any other introductions? Anything? Yes, recognize Senator from the 33rd.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a shadow with me today for a very exciting special session shadow day. Alicia Patel, she's a student at Crofton High School. She serves on the Chesapeake Regional Association of Student Councils. And just give her a round of applause. Welcome her today.
Excellent. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Senator from the Capital City.
Thank you, Mr. President. Joining us in the gallery, we have an intern with Team Henson. We have Kenji Brown, who's a student. He just graduated from Lothian High School. He's headed to Hood College. And we also have Sarah Farmer, who is part-time in our office as well. Thank you.
Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Great experience. Yes, Senator from Howard County.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the rear gallery, I also have an intern with us in our legislative office for this summer, Julia Hu from River Hill High School as a rising senior. Thank you.
Excellent. Welcome. Enjoy your time here. Very good. Any other introductions? Any other introductions? If not, we will go ahead and jump into the work. We don't have too much today. Schedule-wise, we will get through the bills that we have. We will then break for committee. We'll do a joint hearing in the Legislative Services Building, and then we will monitor what is happening on the other side of the State House. and we will adjust according to whenever they are able to move forward. So we anticipate a House bill moving first, so we will be in receipt of that when it comes this way. We're thinking probably 10:30 tomorrow morning, which we'll double check, but keep an eye out. We're gonna peg 10:30 for our reconvening, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's go with introduction of bills. This is calendar 47. Clerk will read the calendar.
Senate Bill 2100, the President Election Districts, General Assembly, and Representation in Congress, Education, Energy, and the Environment.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bills. They will be referred to their appropriate standing committee. Yes, recognize the Minority Leader.
Just a quick question. Is there a time and date stamp on that Senate bill from which the Secretary received it?
Which?
The constitutional amendment that is why we're here. Representation in Congress.
As introduced today.
Yep. Is there a time and date stamp on when the Secretary's office received that?
Madam Secretary.
Do you know when it was received?
Today, as it was introduced?
Today. It was received at the Hopper today?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So according to Rule 29, that bill has to be filed at least 4 hours before convening of the session on the day in which the bill is read across the desk for the first reader. So has it been 4 hours since that bill's been received?
This morning, the bill was received. Received is different than in a regular session as opposed to as a special session. So the bill was published earlier.
Rule 29 relates specifically to the Hopper, and it says when a bill must be received by the Secretary's office in order to be read across for first reader.
Senator, we're welcome to break and come back in 3 hours if that is what the Senator would like to do.
This whole session seems to be about making the rules up as we go along, and I'm just wondering if that's where we're starting with respect to Rule 29 specifically says it has to be 4 hours.
Let's give us one moment. Don't believe that has ever been employed for a special session in which the bill was presented and published well before the special session began. So it was available and drafted and produced well before.
Again, the rule doesn't say anything about when it's available, when it's drafted, when it's made available to the public. We know that came out very late already, came out late Wednesday. You know, obviously from what we've heard, the public had very limited time on which to sign up and testify for this bill. That was probably done on purpose to say. But the fact that we're not even following the rules on when a bill is dropped into the hopper and then read across the first reader.
I think there's no issue. If the senator would prefer, we can move the Senate bill. We can hold the Senate bill back.
I just would think that it's important that we follow the rules, Mr. President.
All right. Well, right now it has been introduced to and referred to committee. So, Senator has an option to reconsider the assignment.
Mr. President, I stood up while you were making that statement. That's why I stood up just now, because you said that this is what's happening, and that's why I'm questioning it and asking if this bill did follow the rules in order to be read across for first reader.
It is the chair's belief that it did, in that we did not have rules for the special session until the special session is adopted, and so the rules of the Senate are not adopted until right now, until we established the special session. And so we're welcome to reintroduce it at a later point. The House bill will be the operative bill moving forward, so this was an opportunity for the Senate to have a look at the bill. But if the senator does not wish that and prefer to have the House version be the one that's operative, that certainly would work.
That's what I would like. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we will reintroduce and reassign the bill at the subsequent session. Is there a time that the senator? Well, we'll talk to the secretary and make sure that we have plenty of time. We may have the Senate come back in order to reassign it, so we'll keep that in mind. All right. Any further business on the introduction? If not, let's go to. We have 2 veto calendars. And just to be clear, that's all bills. Is that correct? So we're going to reassign all the bills that are okay. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's go to veto calendar number 1. Veto calendar number 1. This is duplicative bills. Clerk will read the bill.
Senate Bill 448, Carroll County Senators, Carroll County Public Facilities Bond. Shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objection of the Chief Executive?
All right, these are duplicative bills. These are duplicative bills, recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we postpone this bill indefinitely.
All right, the majority leader has moved that we postpone the bill indefinitely. Are there any objections to that motion to postpone indefinitely a duplicative bill? Without objection, the motion carries and the bill will be postponed indefinitely. Let's go to veto Senate Bills number 2. Number 2. Clerk will read the first bill.
Senate Bill 426, Senator Sidnor, Public Information Act, Divorce Records. Shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objection of the Chief Executive?
All right, this calendar is policy bills, policy bills. So the question before the Senate is, shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objections of the executive? A green vote will override the executive's veto. A red vote will sustain it. Any discussion? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 44 votes in the affirmative, the veto is overridden. Clerk will read the message.
by the majority leader, ladies and gentlemen of the House of Delegates, the Senate today, notwithstanding the objections of the governor, voted to override the veto on Senate Bill 426. Said bill is sent to you for your consideration by order Nicole M. Alexander, Secretary of the Senate.
Message having been read is adopted. All right, let's go ahead and clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 459, Senator Rosa Pepp, Procurement, Advertising, Maryland News Organizations, Local News for Maryland Communities Act. Shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objections of the Chief Executive?
All right, question before the Senate, shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objections of the Chief Executive, recognizing the majority leader?
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we postpone Senate Bill 459 indefinitely.
All right, the majority leader's moved to postpone the bill indefinitely. Any objections to the motion? Without objection, the motion carries and the bill will be postponed indefinitely. All right, that does it for now. The desk is clear. Let's go ahead and check with committees. We'll check from the Chair of Education, Energy, and the Environment.
Thank you, Mr. President. Triple E will meet in the joint hearing room at noon to consider and hear two bills. It'll be joint hearing with the GLE committee from the House of Delegates, and so we will meet at, again, noon in the joint hearing room over in the Legislative Services Building. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It appears we already have some additional work. All right, it appears they moved quickly on our sister chamber here. We have a message to the Senate. The clerk will read the message.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, the House of Delegates has voted to override the governor's veto of House Bill 826, 2026 regular session. Said bill is sent to you for your consideration by order Sylvia Siegert, Chief Clerk.
All right, question before the Senate is, shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objections of the Chief Executive on House Bill 862? Green vote will override the executive's veto. A red vote will sustain. Yes, recognize the minority whip.
I make the motion that we move to postpone indefinitely.
All right, Senators move to postpone indefinitely. All in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. No. Appears the noes may have it. Further discussion on the bill? Further discussion? All right. If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President.
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote? Explain their vote. If not, the clerk will take the call. With 33 votes in the affirmative, the executive's veto is overridden. Senator from the 44th, please.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
ethics.
At 1 p.m., the Ethics Committee will be meeting at room G135 in the Legislative Services Building.
Thank you very much, Mr. My apologies. I forgot that we have to read a message. Clerk will read the message on the bill.
By the Majority Leader, ladies and gentlemen of the House of Delegates, the Senate of Maryland has voted to override the Governor's veto of House Bill 862. Said bill is returned to the House herewith, having been enacted under Article 2, Section 17 of the Constitution of Maryland by order Nicole M. Alexander, Secretary of the Senate.
Message having been read is adopted. All right. Yes, recognize Senator from the 33rd.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Anne Arundel County delegation will meet across the hall in the Red Room immediately after floor today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Senator. Any further announcements? Further announcements? Further announcements? All right. The other... All right. The House is going to recess until 4. We will come back at 4 to introduce the Senate bills. So, any further business? Any further business? If not, let's go ahead and recognize. Let's do a quorum call, please. Quorum call.
Mr. President.
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 44 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland remains in session, recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate of Maryland stand in recess until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Without objection, so ordered. See you all in just a bit.